Hello and welcome back to math class. Our last lesson was lesson 5. You will see up here in Mod 6.1. This is where we ended. Your homework was to find out how many bottles Sammy sold and how many bottles David sold. So you had to give me a total. Hopefully most of you added this up and got the answer 100 and got here 60. So if you did not get those two answers on your homework finished, though I just gave you two answers. Down here you had to make tapes for Miss Johnson and Miss Sipple. Please make sure, if you notice, Miss Sipple goes with the 2. I'm sorry, Miss Johnson goes with the 2 and Miss Sipple goes with the 3. So obviously Miss Sipple's answer should be larger. And down here you had the boys and girls at the concert. Boys was 2, girls was 7, so obviously there are more girls at the concert. Well, today we're going to kind of continue a little bit more with lesson 5. And the reason why is because I noticed we need to practice a little bit more, and I know some of you weren't able to join us last week to finish up on Thursday to learn how to do this. So we're going to do these 4 problems today, and then I'm going to give you a little assessment. So if you guys would open up your books here to page S18, there are 4 problems. So what I'm going to do with my 4 problems to make sure I know where they are is I'm going to go ahead and divide my paper here into 4 boxes. And I'm going to come over here and put number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. All right, so we will need a calculator today. If you don't have a calculator, know that you can always use a calculator on your Chromebooks. Let's go ahead and look at problem number 1. It says, last summer at Camp Okie Fun Okie, the ratio of the number of, let's make sure we keep this straight, boys to girl campers was 8 to 7. If there were, this is important, total of 195 campers, how many boy campers were there and how many girl campers? All right, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to put here B for boys and G for girls. I'm going to make my tapes. Let's see, boys. The number that goes with boys is 8, so we're going to make 8 for boys. And I'm going to make them kind of small this time. Okay, and then I have to make girls a second, so 7. So I'm going to make 7. I'm going to try and line it up here so it's about the same. All right, so go ahead and make your tapes. Boys, I have enough room here. I could actually go ahead and write boys and girls. I like to take and make a line to show where they are equal so I can see them more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Girls have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to go ahead. So now I can see where they are even. Obviously, boys have more. All right, now, however, the problem up here doesn't say more. It says a total of 195. Total means all of these. All of these are going to equal 195. 195 campers. I have to take 195 campers and put some into each box. That would be considered division. So I have to take 195 and divide it into all of these boxes. Well, how many boxes are there? If you count them, there are 15 boxes. So I'm going to take 195 and I'm going to divide it by 15. So 195, sorry, it's a little blurry here, divided by 15, and it gives me the answer 13. So most of us know we're going to put 13 in all of these boxes. Okay? So I can get to practice writing very tiny. Now the important part is I need to go back and see what were the questions. The first question says, how many boy campers were there? Well, there's all of these, including the boys after the red line. So I have to add all of these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have to take 13 8 times. And I found out there are 104 boys. So there's that answer. Second question says, how many girls? Well, now I have to add up the girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to do 13 times 7, and I get 91. So there are 91 girls. So I've answered the 2 questions. If I wanted to write a ratio of boys to girls, I already have 8 to 7. But if I want to do boys to total, let's look to see. If I want to write a ratio boys to total, boys to total could be one of two things. I could say, well, there's 104 boys and a total of 195 campers. Or I could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boys to a total of 15. Okay, so there's some ratios that I could write. You're going to need to know that for your Google form today. Let's go on to question number 2. The student to faculty ratio at a small college. Oh, here we go. Here's student to faculty. So we're going to do student to faculty. Oh boy, looks like I'm going to be making some boxes here. Is a ratio of 17 to 3. The total of students and faculty, oh, here's another word, total, is 740. All right, so it looks like 17 boxes get to go for students. I'm going to pause my video and make my 17 boxes, and I'm going to ask you to pause your video so that you can make your 17 boxes. Okay, so I have my tiny little 17 boxes. For my faculty, I get to make a simple 3. That's pretty easy. And then if you remember, we make a line to show where they're even. So here's 3, and here's 3. 1, 2, 3. So obviously this is the more. Okay, so let's go back and look at the next number we have here. We have here total of 740. Total means all of these. So that means all of this is 740. So we have to take 740 and distribute it into all of these boxes. Well, there are a total of 20 boxes. So we have to take 740 and divide it into the 20 boxes. Let's see what we get. 740 divided into the 20 boxes is 37. Now, because our boxes are so small, I'm just going to kind of write 37 in my first box and then kind of know that this goes all the way through. However, oh boy, I made my boxes pretty tiny. Okay, now let's see what the question asks. The questions actually ask, how many faculty members are there at the college? Well, oh, that's this one here. Well, there's 37 3 times. So let's do 37 times 3. And I get 111. So 111 faculty. Oh, what's the next question? How many students? Oh, so I do need to find 37. And we remember there were a total of 17 boxes. So 37, 17 times. 629 students. Okay. 629 students. Okay, so no ratios, just answers. Let's say this time I want you guys to write a ratio of, how about student to total? What kind of ratios could you guys come up with? Well, I could come up with, there's 17 boxes for the students, and there's a total of 20 boxes. If you wanted to give the answer that's not reduced, you could say, well, there's 629 students, and there's a total of 740. So both of them are correct. This just happens to be simplified. Okay, 2 more problems. Number 3. The Speedy Fast Ski Resort has started to keep track of the number of skiers and snowboarders who bought season passes. The ratio of the number of skiers who bought season passes to the number of snowboarders who bought season passes is 1 to 2. If 1,250 more snowboarders bought season passes than skiers, how many snowboarders and how many skiers bought season passes? All right, so we're going to come down here and make our 2 labels. Looks like we have skiers and snowboarders. So if you would write those down. All right, skiers. Looks like skiers was listed first, and pretty simple, 1 box. I get to make these bigger now. 2 is the second number for snowboarders, so snowboarders gets 2 boxes. Yep, so let me move this up. Okay, whoa, I forgot to make my line. Let's make our line. After 1 box, this is even, and this is even. So here's the amount that they have the same. Here's my more. This is my more, and my more is 1,250. 1,250. So go ahead and write that there. We have to distribute 1,250 into 1 box, which means all 1,250 go into that box. And now we know it goes into all the boxes. Skiers. Pretty simple. 1,250 skiers. Let's see. Now we have to do 1,250 2 times because there are 2 boxes. Okay, so let's do 1,250 2 times. And we get 2,500. And if you want to shorten your label, you sure can. Let's do another ratio of skiers to total. So if I did skiers to total, skiers, let's just do our boxes here. There's 1 skier box, and there's a total of 1, 2, 3 boxes. 1 to 3. Okay, last question. The ratio of the number of adults to the number of students at the prom has to be 1 to 10. So we have adults to students 1 to 10. Last year there were 477 more students than adults at the prom. If the school is expecting the same attendance this year, how many adults have to attend the prom? All right, so let's make our tapes for adults and students 1 to 10. Adults gets 1 box, and students, I think, says 10. Let's double check. 1 to 10. So go ahead and make your 10 boxes. All right, so I have here 1 to 10. If we notice, I need to add my line here where it's even. This is 1, and this is 1. Oh, yes, obviously more students. Let's go up. The 477 happens to go with the more. So we're going to put a circle around all the more. And we're going to say that that stands for 477. I have to take 477 and distribute it into those boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes. Then I'm going to take 477 and distribute it into 9. So let's go ahead and make sure we understand, put that on here. And we get the answer of 53. So 53 is going to go in all those boxes. Now, if you don't have room to write it, just put it into a couple so we at least know. Well, I know right now that there are 53 students or adults. That's easy. Oops, spell my adults right here, Mrs. Hauk. And then let's see, 53, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus this one. We can't forget this one. This is all of them times 10. Well, I know what 53 times 10 is. It's 53 with a 0. Boy, I'm having a hard time holding my pen today. All right, so 53 adults, 530 students. But let's see if we answer the question for sure. The question says, if the school is expecting the same attendance this year, how many adults? So realistically, this was the only answer I needed. Okay, you have a Google form to go ahead and fill out. If you have any questions, please reach out to your teachers. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow for math, and we will move on to lesson 6.